Do you also think part of the delay in reaching a tariff deal is driven by personality-based diplomatic friction rather than pure economic data?
I think everything boils down to personality nowadays. But I think personalities should work to get over it. And I would say there's no point sitting on a high horse. I think longer run, economic growth will be our source of independence, and from all pressures. And we need that economic growth, including to build our own defense to much higher levels of quality and responsiveness than today. And I think that therefore do what it takes to get that economic growth.
Right. You've also argued that export-led manufacturing model has largely passed India by. Can a services-led growth strategy realistically generate enough low-skilled jobs for India's massive youth population, according to you?
Absolutely. But let me start by saying I'm not against manufacturing, and I think there are many spots where we could still do a lot in manufacturing. And some of the southern states, like Tamil Nadu, are showing the way by creating an environment hospitable to manufacturing entities coming in. The improvement in our logistics, which the central government has focused a lot on, is huge, and that also helps. And better trained workers are going to be attractive to any entity setting up. Tamil women seem to be the target for a number of Taiwanese and Korean manufacturers coming into Tamil Nadu because they're disciplined workers and well educated and so on. So I think other states in the south are obviously also trying to replicate. The west is doing that. Even the north, Uttar Pradesh is making a bid for industry and so on. What is good is if India remains unified to labor, so that migrants, when there's a shortage in the south, migrants come and enter there. Uh, but you can already see, and this we wrote the book Breaking the Mold before the tariffs imposed by the U.S., but we were even then skeptical about manufacturing because of the rise of protectionism and the fact that China was not going to go away and had huge sort of manufacturing capacity. And you're seeing that again and again. Manufacturing is hard. I'm not saying it's impossible, but having another China come in is the world is not ready for that, and that's why we said we need another path for growth. Now, services, high-end services, doing very well. Of course, AI is an issue, and we have to sort of ride on AI rather than let it displace too many jobs. And if we're good, and certainly AI companies are making a pitch for Indian workers, Indian demand. If we can embrace AI, we can be a continuing force in services. I saw examples of Indian chip design using AI. That's great. Um, but I think for the jobs en masse, it's not going to be in the high skilled services. It's going to be in moderate skilled services, in plumbers, many more well educated, capable plumbers, in many more construction workers, bricklayers, in low level medical practitioners who can use AI to improve the quality of their advice, but know enough to fix a good bandage on a festering wound and so on. We need so much sort of medical capability that we don't have right now. So I think that urbanizing India, and every small village is really a town by global standards because of our population. The mass demand for services, especially moderate quality services from a growing India, will be huge. And servicing that will be a source of our growth. And that means that we need to focus much more on creating moderate skills. When I see some of the plans that states have for growth, it's always we need more engineers. Yes, you need more chip engineers. You need more R&D. We talked about that in the beginning of the program. But we need many, many more sort of moderately skilled people because that's where the jobs are. And that means both skilling in schools, but also reorienting our skilling institutions, the ITIs, but also new ones, There are states that have done a good job. Orissa's skilling program has been very good. And we can sort of share these best practices and improve. But I think jobs are a problem if everybody's trying for the IAS, in which, there are a few hundred jobs, or if everybody's wants a cushy government job. There are not enough government jobs. That's not going to happen. But we need to create many more private sector jobs, and that means not just the big companies, formal jobs, but also self-employment in areas like the urban services that we need so much of.